we lost everything. Although we tried many times to manipulate the timeline, which we shouldn't have messed with in the first place, we still lost the battle and our hope for humanity. We had high hopes before this mission started, because it was the first time we tried fighting back. It was supposed to be a step forward for us all, just ended up being 2 steps backwards, and the cost of one's life. I remember him telling me before going into the hot zone to make sure he had some Christmas decorations. Because, you'd want to experience what life was like before everything changed one last time. Unfortunately, due to our agent's failure, a place that was called home by many can no longer sustain humanity. Hell, not even the zombies can call this place their home. Parasites have completely taken over this area of the US. The only thing that is there to remind us of the past is the sky and what is beyond. The last option to quote-unquote restore this place would be to resort to nuclear powers, but we all know the consequences of using that. Every day I wonder what could have been done differently, but in this case, I believe everything led to failure. We barely even knew what the parasites were capable of when we began this mission. You could honestly say we willingly sent the first agent to die. His death was for no reason though, because we now have more intel regarding our new enemy. So why do we even still fight? Why do we still have hope even after everything we've seen? There is something that makes humanity significant, and that is, no matter how hopeless things may be, they always find a way to stop themselves from reaching extinction. Welcome to Project Dome, an abandoned project where you'll be spending your vacation for the next 100 days. These domes were made to sustain humanity within a perimeter, but be wary. Over time, the weather and new circumstances have caused these domes to wear and tear. Oh, and don't forget about the zombies. Although most of them were wiped to near extinction in the previous area, they are still in the Midwest of the US, lingering in the fog, ready to put up a fight of their own. Within these areas, there are still plenty of abandoned buildings, but something strange has happened. We thought they were extinct, but your favorite arachnid, spiders, seem to have called these buildings their own. And this time, the parasites won't be waiting. Because of the progression they have made, they will waste no time at all, doing everything they can to take over this area. You will see a lot of familiar faces, if you can even call it that. You will go alone and will not have any guns, so go fight. Seek revenge for those who we have lost, take back what is ours, and make those parasites go back to hell. So I ask you this one last time, Agent. Do you have what it takes? I'm absolutely sure I got this. Project Dome is a green light. Prepare for dispatch. Over and out. Day 0. My mission would begin. The dome I was dropped off in had a whole city inside of it, so I went into one of the buildings and got some good starter loot from the chest within it. And I did what you do in every world you just start. I started chopping down the trees that were in the area and collected the watermelon that was on the surface. And unfortunately, I need to keep a close eye on my thirst, or else it could be fatal. I did not want to waste any time, so I began to dig some stairs down in order to find coal and iron. Please don't be nighttime. And it's nighttime. Alright, we are better off staying down here mining. Any iron? Yes! Oh my god, they are right above me. It sounds too close to that. Okay, dude. Eventually, I got a good amount of iron and began to smelt it while down there. Okay, I think having a bucket on us is just top priority to have water. It absolutely is. And with the iron I got, I crafted my iron pickaxe. And with the remaining ingots I had, I crafted some iron leggings. And my choice of weapon to start would be a stone battle axe. I mined all night and collected any ores my eye would see, but once it turned to day 1, I would return to the surface. Good to see the sun again, eh? And the downside of being placed in an abandoned city is that there are plenty of spawners throughout the buildings, and thankfully this one was in the open, so I mined it out quickly. Started collecting some string by breaking cobwebs, and then had my first encounter with a spider that doesn't look like your regular one from vanilla Minecraft. They definitely picked the right person to take out a whole apocalypse. Yeah, the resume for this mission said, don't be scared of spiders. I obviously lied, and it got to me. As the day progressed, I encountered my first zombie within the city. I eventually made my way inside of one of the tallest buildings within the dome, and I made my way to a room full of chests. Education 3? Bruh, education won't save me here. And Moon Man. Kind of works out. As the sun began to go down, I decided to go back to mining since I did not have enough ores to be comfortable with. I continued finding a lot of iron ore and eventually found a real cave. Oh god, this is a cave and a half. Alright. Looks like it's daylight. Day 2. My iron collecting was going well, and I got enough to create full iron armor. I then made this big shield. Let me just give you a disclaimer. Don't make it. It is so garbage. Just make yourself a regular shield. You'll thank me later. Eventually, I was satisfied with the amount of ores I collected and headed right back to the surface. Alright, we need to make a proper house. Like my go-to place. Say on top of here we start making a base. And that is exactly what I did throughout the whole night. I started making my little home within the dome. I worked hard throughout the whole night, and by day 3 this is what I had built by the morning. Let's see how the shield works. Definitely made the wrong one. I'll try one more time. It doesn't even work. Technology has failed us. Like I said earlier, don't make this shield. Anyways, my task this day was to go out and collect the farm animals that were in the area. Thankfully, there's this carrying mod where all you gotta do is shift and right click a animal and you can carry it safely all the way to its pen. Eventually, I got 2 chickens up into their pen and made them breed. And not that long after, I was lucky enough to find another chicken and brought it back safely. Okay, I need to start working on the next project, which will be a more sustainable source of food. For a huge chunk of the day, I collected dirt and started making my farm. I totally forgot to mention, but this is called Project Sky, which is basically making a sky base that is sustainable for survival. I was able to start planting the seeds I had collected, and before the day ended, I spammed gravel within the base to get some flint. Day 4, baby. This day would start by making up for my mistake and crafted a real shield this time. Now my task for the day was to clear out this building, which had tons of spawners hidden within it. Okay, I say maybe we clear out this building. I guess it's a smart thing to do. Maybe it's not. Alright, does this work? It does, but it doesn't push them back. Good to know. Dude, this thing's reach sucks ass. Okay. Oh. As you saw, didn't really go too well, and I gave up on the task for the rest of the day. As I was looking within the perimeter, I heard a sheep, which I needed badly. I heard a sheep. I heard a ba. And with the use of my 100 gamer awareness ears, I was able to locate the sheep and bring them to their pen safely. Now here's me adding the water source to the farm. I'm pretty sure there's an easier way to do it, but I just thought at the moment this was the best way to do it. When nighttime came, I used some spare blocks to build a little wall around the farm and tested my luck in shearing the sheep in order to get a bed. I know they won't grow back their wool, but you need them. 3 in 1, let's go. And now I was finally able to go to sleep and get some good rest. Day 5, I crafted myself a handle in order to make the Iron Greatsword, my choice of weapon throughout this whole 100 days. The Iron Greatsword. Oh, we are set now, boys. The other cow, we need that. Oh, look at that reach. Jeez, and it does way more damage. You have no idea how important you are to this society. After completing my task and finding the second cow, I collected more watermelon that was within the dome because my food was running low already. I did find myself another wild chicken, so I decided why not just bring it up. Continued expanding my farm and added an infinity water source to the sky base. Before the sun began to set, I started extracting the building that was right beside mine because I wanted to create a more open, safe space to navigate through, just in case a huge horde of zombies were to come by. I did tree chopping during the night and finished surrounding my farm with walls. I planted melons on the infinity water source and then would go to sleep. Day 6, I would make my way towards the building filled with spawners, but before heading in, I collected watermelons that were right outside. I took out spiders, but thankfully this instance right here showed me just how many spawners are hidden within the building. What? It's another spawner. There it is. Dude, it's all in 4 corners. Okay, that has to be all of them. There's no way there's more. But to the victor go the spoils. No, I heard a crawly. Our biggest nightmare has come true. I never ended up finding that raptor, or what I call a crawly, but soon they would make their appearance. With the loot I got, I crafted a golden apple and made a bunch of bone meal in order to juice up the crops. Now I would begin the cycle of expanding the population of farm animals in order to create a sustainable lifestyle. For the rest of the day, I just did more tree chopping. The reason being is that there's this leave effect whenever there's wind, and it just causes my FPS to go down. But anyways, afterwards, I went to sleep. Day 7, I started by breeding the animals more, and I returned to the tall building and continued my extraction of the spawners that were inside. I was able to get a lot more loot, and at this point I believe I took out all the spawners that were inside. When I got back, I bred the animals, and I'm just gonna stop saying this constantly. Just assume that I do this on a constant basis because, you know, it gets kind of old. Before the day ended, I expanded the sky base a little more and then went to sleep. Time to clear downstairs. I don't know how this is about to go. Nothing. Looks pretty clear to me. After clearing the bottom of that tower, I looked beyond the glass to see that there was another dome nearby, and even saw more of an abandoned city outside the walls. In order to create a safe way out, I started making some stairs to the outside. Man, it's the first time I've left my dome. I decided not to step foot outside yet because I wanted to have a full day in order to do so. So I went back to the sky base, expanded it even more, and then had my first blood moon. No! Oh god, they're just spawning already! Mobs started to spawn rapidly everywhere, so I had to patch up the bunker I had downstairs and the ladder going up. What happens if I do try and go to sleep? You don't feel tired enough to sleep? Really? I'm pretty damn tired. What about the zombies? There's a bunch of spiders, but zombies? None. Can they climb up this? That's why I'm confused. I don't think so. I think the way I made it is just perfect craftsmanship. Totally. And boy, did those spiders grab those words that came out of my mouth and shoved it up my ass. Oh my god, that is so many. Get me back in, get me back in, just get me back in. This is Australia at this point. The only thing that needs to change is that this place needs to be upside down. Oh man, that makes it even creepier. Thankfully, I survived the night and would make it to day 9. A lot of mobs would remain after the blood moon, and unfortunately, I would have my first sighting of a parasite. I never killed those raptors, and instead, I just made a V-line straight to the outside. To the open lands we go, finally. This really is Australia, eh? I found this one chest, but overall, this place was pretty dead, except for this enchantment table I did find on the outside. I need a diamond pickaxe though. Alright, so we know there's an enchantment table here. I need diamonds, so I think I need to go strip mining. When I got back home, I crafted another golden apple and finished my wheat farm, and then would go to sleep. Okay, while I'm at it, let me redo the roof. This is pretty bad. After redoing the roof, I would go back into the mines in search of diamonds. I spent a lot of time searching for diamonds, and in the meantime collected any other ores that came in my path. Are diamonds even real? But eventually, it did happen. Yes! Finally! Oh shit. Hey dickhead. First parasite dead. Alright, this looks like a 1 blocker, unfortunately. Yep, it is. Yay, diamonds. Life finds a way. That's what we're doing. I would have myself a little bit of a jump scare, and would once again be haunted by the wet farts of crawlies. My god! I heard the wet fart. That sounds very close. No. Sounds like right above me. It's there! Oh my god. Shameless motherfucker. find myself even more diamonds and safely extracted the whole little batch that was there. And as I was exploring the cave, I eventually found an abandoned subway station. I say we keep exploring. What is down here? Is there a rail system? Holy crap. Don't think there's anything. I should go back. I don't want to get lost either. And unfortunately, I don't know how I lost the water source there. I lost my water source? So my saturation for thirst would become a problem, and I would have to go searching for water within the cave. But thankfully, I used my ears and found a water source. I hear water. Yes! Oh my god. Right on time. When I got back to the surface, it was day 11, and I was met with this eerie, gloomy feeling. What a relief to be back. Once I got back home, I started smelting the ores I collected, did some farming, and bred the chickens. Crafted myself my diamond pickaxe, reached level 30, and made purified water. Alright, the moment of truth. Can we just place this, pick it up, and still have purified water? Ah, what the fuck? And as I was wandering within the perimeter, I was met with another message. Not again? Before getting back into my base, I was already met with spiders that spawned above. So it prompted me to add these cobblestone walls on the outside. And then here's what I thought was a pretty cool horror type scene with this spider in the hallway. Hallway scene with a spider? Disgusting. Thankfully, nothing crazy happened that night, and I would make it to day 12. I started that day off by adding slabs to the roof so mobs would stop spawning. And then I made my way to the outside and returned to the enchantment table. There she is. Give me that. Game changer. And there's tons of books that I can just start collecting. I returned back to the perimeter and started digging some stairs down in order to strip mine, but my trip got stopped early because of this. Dude, how do I lose my water bucket over that? That's so dumb. When I got back to the base, I started adding a roof and expanded the farm. Afterwards, I went to sleep. Day 13, I started making the little enchantment table area and didn't have enough books to finish the build, so I went to one of the buildings, got books from there, and was able to complete the enchantment table in order to give me level 30 enchants. For a huge chunk of the day, I collected cobblestone walls and dirt in order to expand my farm during the nighttime. I started adding beetroots to the newly added area and would go down into the mines and ran into a ravine, but things quickly took a turn. Oh, what have I found? No! For a huge chunk of the blood moon, I acted like an absolute pussy and just stayed in this room, but eventually I went out to continue my search for more diamonds. Oh my god, finally! This is a juicer. Thankfully, nothing harmed me during that blood moon, and on day 15, I returned back to the surface in order to finish the roof on the sky base and added more wood planks to stop mobs from spawning. There's a slime. I need that. Someone drop me a slime ball. Please. Thank you. And I have no idea how this has happened, but another blood moon would come over the sky back-to-back nights. Are you kidding me? I knew I wouldn't be able to enter my home since a lot of spiders would be surrounding it, so I made myself this little pocket beside the dome and started to dig down. When going down, I found a zombie spawner which had some loot inside of it, and I found even more diamonds. No way. We turned day 16 while I was still in the mines, and I would return back home to create my diamond chestplate. I went to the enchantment table to test out my luck, and here's how it went. Come on. Do me well. And thanks to those slime balls I got the other day, I was now able to make a grappling hook, which is an absolute game-changing item in this game. You want to make this as soon as possible, and you'll see throughout this 100 days how it would get me out of bad situations. For the majority of the day, I handled the crops and then went to sleep. Day 17, I made another staircase going down to the outside, and I was instantly met with this eerie feeling once again. This happens whenever it's raining, but obviously in these wastelands, there is no space for rain. I eventually stumbled upon another dome, and I grappled up to it, and I was still in the search of more diamonds, so I found a cave opening and went down. Bro, is this how rare diamonds used to be? Because, like, Jesus, it's actually so hard. Unfortunately, I did not find any. Here's this example of why the grappler hook is so useful. That's one safe way to go down. Heading back home, I was met with a couple crowds of zombies, and here's how things went. Oh! This is such a cool escape. Skeleton? Wait, who'd I hit? That was a skeleton. Hello? After that little adventure I had, I continued on the roof back at the sky base, and I think I finally completed it here and added the wood slabs to make it safe. Okay, now I think I'm gonna make a project escape, and the name's kind of self-explanatory. Like I said, pretty self-explanatory task, but if things were to go to I have to have a way out. So I started making this little tunnel that eventually would reach a whole nother dome, and this is the progress I made this day on it. Ah, there you are. It sucks that you don't have that much of a lifespan to spread. This night I decided to go to the outside in order to do more research on what mobs were spawning. Oh no, 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 these should not spawn. That is the starting phase of the parasite invasion, thanks to previous intel. So small, yet inside that package is pure catastrophe. As the sun began to rise, I was still on the outside, and I was taking out a horde of zombies, but I almost lost it all. Straight to half health with what, a shovel? Thankfully, I did not die, and I was able to continue my mission and head on to day 19, where I started by crafting a golden apple. I added a water source to the beetroot section of the farm and continued on the escape route. It did cost a lot of materials, so I would constantly juice up on more cobblestone walls and iron bars to put to use. During the nighttime, this was the progression I had made. I did go to the outside and found another buglin, which I did slay right away. Don't spawn, you know? And not much really happened during this exploration. I found myself another dome, and that's about it. Alright, I think it's time to get rid of a lot of trees. Day 20, I started chopping down more trees. The main reason was to help my FPS. After that, I continued on the escape route and was able to complete my beetroot farm. I added another level to the bunker that is on the base floor of the sky base and made a ladder that goes all the way to the bottom and made it protected by making it like a tube. At the bottom of this tower, I started making a stairway down, which eventually led to a ravine I had already been at. And I've been here. Yay. The wildlands I go. Throughout the night, I took out any zombies that would dare stand up against me. Oh, dropped a carrot! Oh my god, we can grow those. Actually, clutch drop. And found a couple raptors, which I took out on sight. Day 21, I continued the deforestation in my base and made a lot more progress on the escape route. I returned once more to do more tree chopping, and I had to stock up on my food, so I had to reduce the number of farm animals I had. With the leather I just got, I crafted a canteen, which carries, I think it's like 3 or 4 drinks of water, which equal like 1.5 saturation of thirst. It's a good item to have on standby if you don't have time to place down a bucket and drink, so I recommend you craft it. I would head outside of the dome during the night and collected more coal, and here's the mission I had at hand. I'm gonna travel to another dome and go for diamonds. We have such high levels and we need to take advantage of that. Another mining trip it is. And it sure was. Day 22 would be a long mining trip. I was met with zombies while down in the caves, but it was nothing I couldn't handle. Okay, let's start going down from here. Mining away. I just want diamonds. Is that hard to ask for? I think it's a juicer. 8? Level 9 is the hotspot, eh? That was an absolute necessary 2x2 of diamonds, and not that long after, I even found more. Diamonds! Yes, that's exactly why I came out here. Show me what you got. It's a little 2-piecer, that's okay. Oh no, it is more than a 2-piecer. I then found something I'd never seen before. It was bone blocks inside of a cave, and obviously it was probably some prehistoric creature that I have no idea what it is, but it was honestly a really good find since I could use these bone blocks and transform them into bone meal in order to increase the process of growing crops. When I was done with the mining trip, I returned to the surface where it was already day 23. I should hurry because it could be a blood moon. You never know. On my way back home, I took out the zombie, which gave me an iron shovel, so I was able to save the one I had. I crafted diamond leggings and put them onto the enchantment table, where I got an absolute good enchant. Oh, I feel way faster. I like that. Afterwards, I enchanted a book and got Unbreaking 3 on it. I don't really care for the double jump as I only really needed Unbreaking 3. Afterwards, I expanded the crop area and added a little carrot section. I spent a lot of the day on it and even got a wall around it. I heard some weird noises, so I had to investigate. Where is it? Motherfuck. After killing that crawly, I was met with an unexpected surprise, and it was not a welcomed one. No. I did not miss that at all. So it has begun. Call of the Hive. Okay, I can't go near my animals. Because I had Call of the Hive, I didn't want to risk going near my farm animals just in case some had low health and turned into parasites. So I decided to go to the great outdoors where I went to a newly found dome and started digging stairs. And while I was doing so, it turned day 24, where I eventually found a little open section of a cave, but was instantly met with some resistance. Oh, I crafted another iron greatsword since the one I had was about to die, and continued my search for diamonds. There's no way I don't find diamonds on this expedition. Like the majority of this, I've spent it in the mines. It's getting pretty depressing, not gonna lie. Somehow I strip mined all the way back to one of the caves that is near my home, and while I was down there, I was met with an unsettling message that we are so used to. Oh shit. There are definitely spiders everywhere, if I have to guess. Yep. Get me out, get me out, get me out. Ah, shoot. Ah, shoot. Oh my god. Oh my god. No one be here, no one be here, no one be here. Motherfucker. Come on. Okay. Let me tell you something, when I am caught outside of a blood moon, my adrenaline reaches new limits that I did not know existed. Since I had time to kill, I started snooping around seeing what items I could craft, and saw that I could upgrade the grappling hook that I had. I crafted another grappling hook in order to upgrade it, and made a grappling hook that had a motor upgrade on it. Nothing really happened on that blood moon night, and when I went outside, I cleared the mobs that were right outside the base. I went outside of the perimeter to test out the new upgrade I put on the grappler hook, and instantly regretted it. How does this work? Okay, that seems like I'm gonna die with this. What the hell? I was once more on the search for diamonds, and a little Easter egg to the streams, whenever I complain about something, it then soon happens after, and here's an instance of that happening. Like, it shouldn't be that hard. You complain and you shall receive. That seems to be the motto here. So how about I complain about not having a chair sponsor? Want to hear my chair? Why is it not squeaking when I need it to? Anyways, it is slowly going down as I am recording this, so any gaming chair sponsors, hey, hit me up. Anyway, shameless plug. I continued my strip mining adventure and found even more diamonds. Yes! Unfortunately, it was touching lava and it took a lot of time to safely extract it all. After that mining trip, I made it back home on day 26 and would craft my diamond great sword. Just as a disclaimer, I don't really use it as much up until I enchant it because I want the durability to last, just as a heads up. 7, do you copy? Over. I do copy. The new strain of zombies that appears in bigger hordes is coming your way. Over. Alright, well, is there any way you can extract me now? You know what you must do. Over and out. Ah, shit. Because of this new strain of zombies, I started to add the missing pieces of diamond armor that I needed and tested my luck on the enchantment table once more. Alright, I'm down to go for this. I was checking to see if this new strain of zombies would appear in huge hordes, and while I was outside of the perimeter, I found myself another slime and got its slime balls. And once it reached nighttime, I was still outside, and I witnessed that this new strain of zombies were spreading quickly as they appeared in bigger hordes. Jesus, this is the most I've seen. Oh god, I hate this. It reminds me of COD zombies, literally. After a long night outside on day 27, I returned home. Let's just get the bow. After that absolute dead enchant. There was this little grassy area that is attached to the bottom part of the base, and I wanted to transform it into another bunker, so I started to extract the blocks that were there. Soon after, I finished placing the blocks for the carrot farm and added its water source. Once nighttime came, I finally saw what this new strain of zombies were capable of. What is going on? Holy sh! Something spawned down there too. Maybe I configured it a bit too much. And that's why we have an escape plan, just in case that day does happen. After seeing those massive hordes from the inside, I went to sleep. And on day 28, I was met with an unsettling message that is more fearful than the blood moon itself. Oh no. It was only a matter of time, was it, huh? Thanks to special intel known as the comments section, I now know what that number means. It is the evolution phase of the parasites, and they were now just getting started. Before heading out of my base, I was met with a lot of zombies at the entrance, so this gave me an idea as to how I wanted to design the bunker that I was making right outside. I made 2 dispensers that would be added in some parts of the walls, but more on that later. Although these zombies were gathering up in bigger hordes, it was also quite a good thing as I was able to get fast XP.
Alright, this is gonna be a sick project. This is what I had in mind. Having a couple of dispensers within the walls and placing lava buckets within it. Since the zombies are so hostile, I just gotta walk towards them while inside of the bunker, and the trap should work perfectly. After completing the concept I had in mind, I went to sleep. Okay, I need to go get another lava bucket. I'm gonna get like 3. I went down into one of the ravines I had already discovered and got some lava buckets since I just spent them. As I was going back up to the bottom floor of the base, I was met with an unpleasant surprise. What the f- Oh shit. I didn't have any building blocks to stop that right away. I panicked. Like I said, in the moment, I felt like I didn't have any time to go into my inventory and get a block, so I did exactly what you just saw. My thought process is that it is better to run away than have the possibility of checking my inventory and dying. Before heading up to the surface, I crafted a compass, and as I was heading up, the zombies already knew where I was at. I can't tell. They are. I knew it. Drop in, drop in, come on. I finally made my way out, and this is actually where I need the comments section. What hit me here? Because replaying this footage is like ghost hunters. Nothing is shown. What the f hit me? Hello? Of course, as I was getting ready to go to sleep, I was met with the Bloodman message. Okay, I need to kill some chickens. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my god. I had enough levels to enchant my helmet, and I was pretty happy with what I got. During the night, I went down to activate the trap so it would start being put to use. Once I got up, I crafted some arrows and put my bow to the test. I spent some time shooting some arrows at the zombies, and by day 30, here was how things look. Here they come. Oh shit. Oh my god, it's beautiful. The start to this morning was just some easy XP grinding. I wanted to add some more traps to the bunker, so I crafted more dispensers and added them this time to the roof of the bunker, you could say. I went outside of the dome to explore, but ran into a horde of zombies, so it prompted me to go home. Thankfully, on my way back, there was only one zombie in the way, and I was able to get back to my base and go to sleep. Day 31, I started my day off by clearing out the zombies that were within the dome. I once again went out to explore, but was met with a huge crowd of zombies. Okay! But thankfully, I got away safely, and I realized I hadn't worked on the escape route in a while, so that is exactly what I did. I did this during the nighttime and witnessed how the hordes of zombies would spawn. Did you see how they exploded? Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Anyways, I was finally able to complete the bridge, just not the safety aspect of it. Day 32, I went out to see my masterpiece of work. A bridge that could possibly save humanity. That looks so cool. I know it's just cobblestone, but I'm honestly quite proud of it. I wanted to head back to my base, but of course, the zombies had other plans. What the? It honestly really wasn't. It was just high adrenaline moment, and they trickled out slowly. Once I got back to the base, I got protection 3 on a book, and crafted another iron greatsword. For the rest of the daylight, I just did farming tasks, and during the nighttime, I made my way to the other connected dome and started making a little platform there, and then went to sleep. Day 33, I headed to the sky bridge, and was met with a problem, but it was quite an easy solution. Oh shoot! The zombies once again did a good favor and gassed me up back to level 31. I didn't add a torch here, that's maybe why. Before I continued on the other side, I got infinity on a bow, and once I returned, I started adding a fencing around the area. I started making these little subsections where I would put farm animals just in case things were to go south back at the sky base. For some of the night, I just did some mob slaying, and on day 34, this is how my day started. Okay, that's a lot. Oh, I can't run. Here is an exquisite example of the grappling hook saving my life. This is actually OP. I'm getting the hang of this. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I want to see what's up at nighttime. And that is exactly what I did. I stood up on that platform and witnessed chaos break loose. Day 35, I was still marooned on the platform, and I kind of regret doing this, but I used the lava bucket to clear out the majority. But at the moment, I didn't realize I was also burning the XP that I had gathered below. I just need to jump and go. I'm faster than them. I am speed. Fuck it! There's not that many. I killed most of them with the lava. After that sequence of events, I went back to the enchantment table and mainly got screwed over, but got some good enchants. Dude, why am I getting screwed over right now? This is actually bad. Dude, I'm going broke. Got a fire aspect, that's good. Charming story, we're just gonna go for that. I then started the process of transferring 2 cows over to the other side. It took most of the day to do this, since you do move more slow when carrying an animal. Since I spent a lot of my levels, I wanted to do more XP grinding, and I took on the hordes that came before me. Bring it on. Alright, that's too many, that's too many. I lost the footage, but I definitely took out that whole horde of zombies, headed back home, and went to sleep. Day 36, I did the daily routine of clearing out zombies that gathered during the night, and made my way to the other dome, where I added another platform so that I could have chickens. Nice, 3 little chickens. Besides doing that, I just scouted the area. When heading back, I ran into these zombies before heading up, and then went to sleep. Day 37, I had my fair share of zombies in the morning, started collecting some iron bars, and chopped some trees down. Oh my god, shut up. So damn annoying. For the rest of the day, I continued chopping trees down and then went to sleep. Day 38, I used this day to create little entrances into the sky base itself by adding these cobblestone walls with iron bar entrances. The only way zombies could get in is if they went sideways, which basically only happens when there's a huge bunch of them clumped together and one gets luckily pushed in. So I thought it was a pretty good build. This took the whole day and then went to sleep. Day 39, I continued adding the entrance I described previously and then made my way outside of the dome. While there, I found more slimes and got their balls and then went to sleep. Day is it? I've lost count. It's day 40 already? Jesus Christ. Things were feeling like they were going too fast, but anyways, I took out more slimes and eventually found another rail station where I took some rails from there. Okay, whatever to take poisonous water. Do I get... In one of the ancient cities outside of the walls, I found a chest within one of the buildings and it had decent loot inside of it. I headed back home and when I looked beyond the door near the farm animals, I was surprised to see a parasite. What the hell? Uh-oh. In here? How did a buglin spawn there? That's exactly why we have a door. Thankfully, there was no long-term effects from that parasite and I would go to sleep. Alright, I need to grind to level 30. So that's how I kind of started my day. Didn't really do much of that. And I started to add the rails I got the previous day onto the escape route. I'm just going to keep it a $1.50 here. I never put it to use. I'm sorry. Sorry, need the levels. I was caught in the outside when the sun began to set, but I was able to defend myself successfully and make my way home to go to sleep. Yikes, 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 yikes. Alright, see if this works. My plan worked. I'm sure some will be able to get through. As shown. What the hell? Oh god. My sword just broke. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was quite an eventful start to the day, and once I was done with that, I finally enchanted my diamond greatsword. Give me Unbreaking 3, please. Minecraft gods. Fuck's sake. Because I didn't get any other enchants on the sword, I added an Unbreaking 3 book onto it. I also added a Protection 3 book to my leggings so that it would have Protection 4. With my newly enchanted sword, I put it to the test. Okay, I can obviously 2-swipe them, which is a good sign. Oh my god. Bring it on. And here's some ASMR of XP collecting. I would go to sleep soundly, but on the next day, I was met once more with an unsettling message. 2? What the hell have the parasites been up to? See what I did there? I need to have an assortment day, but today isn't that day. I went on my routinely check around the perimeter, and while doing so, I received another transmission from base.
7. Please be advised, zombies are now slightly faster, so proceed with caution. Over and out.
What? Their speed's increased? Ah, shoot. Zombies were now faster because this variant learned how to evolve, but it was nothing I couldn't handle still. Throughout most of the day, I used my time to collect ores that were right in the open, and as nighttime fell, I witnessed this. Oh, shoot. Oh, good job, zombie. You have no idea what you just did. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Is that a name tag? Wait, I see a name tag. I need to go to sleep real quick. I need to see what that name tag is. 44. Now seemed like parasite spawning was a little more common than usual. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. I really think things are gonna start to escalate. Let's see what sharpness 3 can do to this guy. Okay, 1, 2. Not bad, not bad. I once again used the daytime to collect more ores, and when I returned to the base, I finished my carrot farm. Alright, let's investigate. I wanted to investigate where that name tag came from, but when going out at night, I was met with a huge horde of zombies that I was able to clear off. However, they kept on coming, so I decided to go back to sleep. Okay, I don't know if it's safe to go out anymore. Okay, this is a shitty situation. Day 45. I started it by upgrading my bow to have infinity and power 4. Dude, it is actually dead empty. That's what it felt like, but while mining, I heard a noise. Disgusting, shameless eruptor. I actually hate the noise. Ugh. Eventually I tracked down where the eruptor was at and I let it free. I let it follow me for a bit until I got sick of it and killed it. Alright, time to kill it. That one spawned, I think that was a subway I found underground. That was a trend I was starting to notice. So once the moon rised to the sky, I went to the abandoned rail station and heard more parasite noises, but it would lead to a difficult situation. Alright, I am quite literally trapped like at the end of a Walking Dead episode. They just spawned all on top of me. I was now stuck underground. So after some time, I decided to kill the parasite villager and started to tunnel back to my base to get away from the huge horde of zombies that had accumulated on top of me. I spent all night trying to get home. Oh. Found another stairway. Not sure where this one's from. Just gonna assume it's infested though. And on day 46, I was still stuck underground, but found an easy solution to get rid of the horde that had spotted me. Eventually, I got out and I just had to go back to see where I got trapped originally. Alright, I think I know where I got trapped. Alright, cool, I get it. I haven't harvested my crops in a while, so when I got home, I did exactly that, and used the wheat I got to breed the animals. I still had some of the day to burn, so I went back out, and once again, a name tag appeared. There's a name tag, you see what the hell is that? What the f*** is that? There's a wolf. Oh god, no! What does it say, fishman? It's gone. Alright, we know the location. I'm gonna put a little dildo. When I got home, I realized I had Call of the Hive, and when I tried to get rid of it with milk, it didn't work, so that was a new discovery I had made. This prompted me to take my bed out from the farm animal room and move it to where the enchantment table room is at, and then I went to sleep. Day 47, I added fire aspect to my diamond great sword. Oh, the zombies killed him. Great job, zombies. I don't feel like using my sword on you guys. I found out that my fire aspect sword isn't effective whenever the sun is touching the zombie's skin. Reason being is because of the sunblock mod or something like that. So it makes sense that fire aspect doesn't work when the sun is on top of them. I returned to the location where I found the name tagged parasite, and while there, heard a noise. You see, I don't know what the f that is or where it came from, so I'm out. It was now time for me to explore the abandoned railway station, and here's how it went. Obviously explore where the dead... No! That's it, Enderman. Okay, I'm gonna disable it. That's bullshit. Oh no, this is Parasite Paradise. I should never came here. So yeah, it seems like the railway station is a hot spot for parasites to spawn in. On my way out though, I was met with some parasite pigs, and then an unsettling message. Can't let them spread. No! No! No, there's the name tag guy. Who is that? Whoa. Hearing a breakage of a door, but I'm not sure where I even have a door. That's upstairs. That is upstairs. They are in my house. Nowhere is safe. I have no idea how that happened, but anyways, after some time, I went up the ladder and got rid of all the zombies that were upstairs. From one of the zombies I killed, I got a very good drop and an iron shovel. Dude, what is that explosion? Like, I'm not about it. Parasites I had not seen in this world were starting to spawn, so during the night I decided to craft a lure, which lowers their base points. Like, who's Robert 25? Day 48 would be an absolute garbage cleanup day of the parasites that remained. Before heading down, I used the lure I crafted during the night, grinded gravel to get more flint for arrows, and crafted flint and steel. It's garbage day, and I need to take out the trash. And when I say I had an absolute sniper campaign, I'm not exaggerating. I cut out some parts because I shot out so many of these parasites with the tongue sticking out. A wild dumbass. Ooh, I one-shot crit him. It literally took all day to clear out any parasites remains and parasites that resided in the buildings. On one of the buildings, I got into this situation, but had quick thinking to get out of it. Go! Oh, that was sick. Come on. I don't know if I was successful in clearing up that many, but I think I did alright. Overall, it was a pretty productive day, and I would go to sleep. This is actually, dude, you can't see anything. Day 49, I went across to the other bridge since I hadn't done so in a while just to check on the animals, and they were all doing fine. Got normal cows, not looking like they're from Chernobyl. The chickens are still here, nice. I didn't take out all the parasites that were from the blood moon, so on this building, there was still one more that remained, and some name tag freaks decided to spawn. Wait, I need to see how they look like, because I'm still confused who the f these people are. I don't know what you are. Dead. It's a shame, isn't it? Vinny. Dead. Shit it? Alright, we have another guy. I just don't get why these ones are named. Eventually, I killed both of them with my lava buckets and then witnessed this. Okay, we got two Ruptors. Bro, I don't even want to get into that. Could say I cockblocked those parasites. After another day of clearing out parasites, I went to sleep. Day 50, I would receive a positive message from base.
You can thank us later, but we were able to track down the Enderman parasite strain and eliminate it completely. Over and out.
For the first time ever, I did some chest assortment by giving the books their own chest, and for the rest of the day, I started clearing out this one building to get more building blocks and just to create a safer environment. Day 51, started clearing out zombies by using my trusty method. I continued taking all the blocks from the one building I was working on the previous day, and then went to sleep. Day 52 started like the previous day did. I went back to the building I was clearing out and was able to finish it. Alright, it's pretty nice. I had some time to take out these panes that were right beside the base, so I did that and then went to sleep. Day 53, I went beyond the walls and collected more coal to get some XP. For this day, I decided to grind XP because there's an enchant I wanted at level 30, and I had the most perfect timing ever. Probably head back right about now. Perfect timing. Unfortunately, there wasn't much that I can do during these blood moons since a lot of the buildings were covering the parasites and there was only some that I could get an angle on to take out from far. Let's add flame. We can get Unbreaking 3 on it too somehow. That would be a blessing. Arrow recovery. See, I think that is pretty useless with our given situation, but oh well. Boom. 10. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it for the flame. For most of the night, I would just have to stand still until the sun would rise. Day 54 would be another parasite cleanup day. Cleanup days weren't that hard. Because of the builds I had made, it was easy to take out the parasites from far, whether I was using a bow or a sword. Alright, if I were a normie parasite, I would have gone down here. Yep. Like I said, hiding in the shadows. And that took all day. I don't know if I got everything though. Before my day ended, I crafted some lures to have on standby and then went to sleep. But when I woke up on day 55, I received another message. God damn it. No, not today. Points reduced, points reduced. I hope you go back to 2. There were still plenty of parasites on the surface, so I used a lot of my day to track them down and take them out on sight. Nope. I spent the rest of my day tree chopping and then went to sleep. Alright, we need to get rid of this forest section. Day 56 started with my task that I mentioned by chopping these trees down. I did this a long time and then decided to visit the farm animals that were on the other dome. And on my way back, I received another blood moon message. Dude, again? As long as beckons don't spawn. That's all that matters to me. During this blood moon, my least favorite parasite would spawn. Dude, no! Not the spiders! Burn. Holy shit, it's blue? It's goo? The parasites unleashed their full rage on the zombies during that night, and all I could do was sit back and watch and wait for the sun to rise once again. Canadian snipers coming out. One by one, these twats will be taken out. Day 57, there were still parasites lingering on the premises of my base, so I did what I had to do. I spent most of the day making sure the base was cleared of parasites, and did this for the whole day until I went to sleep. Day 58, I continued my campaign on chopping down the trees that were on one of the sides of the dome, and while doing so, I made a discovery that was quite sad. Bro, why haven't I used flint and steel yet? How did I get Call of the Hive too? Oh no, the birds are parrots. That's how wait. The birds are parasites. Oh yeah, I need to kill them all then. I'm sorry, bird. I can't risk it. No shit. That one was infected, and you can't tell me otherwise. You saw the red sparkles? Anyways, after that, I went to sleep. Day 59, I started my day off by having another tree chopping day. As I was walking about, I heard a huge horde of zombies underground, so I dug towards them and took them all out for that juicy XP. Afterwards, I would go to sleep. Look how clear it is. It's actually nice with this space. Day 60, I was pretty much done with all the tree chopping in the dome, so I decided to go outside of the dome to see if any parasites were outside. I decided to take out the human parasites from a distance just to play it safe, but the ones with the tongue out, I came up close to take them out. Look how the wind takes their blood. Ugh. That is nasty. I did this for the rest of the day until I went to sleep. Day 61, I spotted a slime from afar, so I had to kill it for its resources. I would once again run into an abandoned railway system and had to investigate what was inside. Alright, there's some real going on over there. Oh my god. I didn't think it could transform like that. To play it safe, I decided to run away from that horde, and when I got back, I created another lure, and honestly, I don't know if I'm saying that right, just how I say turret. I bet that pissed some of you off. I'm just kidding. I now know, thanks to the intel known as comment section, that it's turret. But anyways, after that, I went to sleep. Day 62. I used this day to expand the base, as I wanted more angles to shoot out from whenever it was a blood moon, so I did this for the whole day. Day 63. I finished the section I was working on the previous day and added the slab roof. Okay, next I gotta do this part, because this part sucks. Which is exactly what I did, and I got it done, including the slab roof. Finally, I got open angles for days now. Look at that, bang. Day 64, I crafted a bunch of trapdoors because I thought it would be pretty cool to have them where I can shoot out from, but it was kind of a waste, and I just decided to add them to some sections to add a little more depth to the sky base. I then decided to return to the underground railway station and continued to investigate further. One shot KO. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh! The hell is that? Whoa. Oh my god. Nah, I'm out. They can have the railway station. It's out of use anyways. As you can see, the investigations were short, and I returned to my base during the nighttime to go to sleep. What? They're eating butterflies? That is pretty shameless. God, oh shit. Day 65. After taking out that cow and the buglins that came out of its body, I started to extract this building that I'll call a fishbowl, since it has a bunch of glass on all of its sides, since I wanted a more clear shot on parasites or zombies that spawn there, and I did this for the whole day until I got the blood moon message. No zombies. That's pretty nice. I spoke too early. Alright, that means someone evolved. That is not good. During the nighttime, I would hear the dong of a beckon. Polar bear, that's a no. That's a beckon. Day 66. Order 66 of the beckon. That's what this day will be. Damn right, it was Order 66 of wherever the beacon was, and after clearing some parasite guts, thankfully I found it shortly before it could spread any further. Ah, there you are. See, this is shameless. But that's gonna burn it. Statue needs to die. There we go. Most of the blocks would revert back to normal dirt, and I used the water to clear out any of the weeds that were sticking out still. It's like it was never here. Hey, sun already setting, dude. Did it really take that long to clear everything? Alright, tomorrow we gotta check that out. Day felt like it had gone too fast, but I had to go to sleep. Day 67 started the morning off by clearing out some zombies with a lava bucket. So uncivilized. I was now going out to investigate this possible parasite that evolved the previous day, and when digging out of the dome, I found 2 beckons implanted on the open plains. The hell? Whoa! No, no, no! Not out here, too. Okay, so I don't hear all the bells of the beckons spawning. I'm being slowly anaconda'd, if that makes any sense. When I got down to the outside, I took out the other beckon and everything that they left after they died. There had to be beckon. It had to be in here. Okay, I feel like it's too unsafe to travel. Yeah, sun's setting anyways. Wouldn't want to be caught out in a blood moon. What? You've got to be joking. During the blood moon, I took out some of the farm animals in order to get some XP, and here is what I witnessed during the night. I don't even know what's doing mass damage to them over there. Not a host. Thank you. Oh my god, that just multiplied into a squadron. There's not much I can do there. Yeah. Give me all the XP, baby. It's juice up day. It sure was, and any parasite I locked eyes with, I killed as fast as possible. It was a typical parasite clearing day, and it gassed me all the way up to level 29, and then I went to sleep. Day 69. Day 69. I started by harvesting my crops, and with the seeds I got, I bred the chickens, since I hadn't done that in a while. With the levels I received, I decided to enchant a bow to get Unbreaking 3, and here's what I got with it as well. With the bow I got, I added it to the one I already had, bringing it back to full durability. Pretty normie activity. I sure was, and I spent my day clearing out any zombies that came in my path until I went to sleep. Day 70 was a pretty boring day, and I went around the perimeter searching for something and didn't find anything at all. There were some zombies back home on top of a tower, so I used this method to take them out and then would go to sleep. Pretty quiet day. It sure was a quiet day, and I spent it by clearing out the fishbowl and added slabs to areas that I constantly saw mobs spawn on. Other than that, I killed this one parasite and then went to sleep. Day 72. I started mining coal and eventually made my way towards the rail station, and here's what's unfolded. The f*** is that? Is that a host? What the hell? Now you're dead, pussy. After that encounter with the host, I heard a huge crowd of zombies located where they were at, and once again got a whole lot of XP. Afterwards, I headed back home to go to sleep. In the morning, I crafted some lures and had them on standby once again. Not gonna lie, nothing much happened. I thought I heard a parasite, didn't find anything, and went to sleep after. Day 74, I made my way to the open lands and found a name-tagged parasite. Wise, sir. It would be wise of you to run. Where I killed the parasite, there was a ravine right beside it, and there were diamonds there. Diamonds! It ended up being a nice 2x2 of diamonds. Before heading out of the ravine, I took out this parasite, grapple hooked out of there, and thankfully, I got home early. Oh, and it was smart to get back early. Oh my goodness. The parasites would once again use this night to spread even more, and I would hear the fearful sound of a beckon. Nope, I heard that. Just another work day. Day 75. It was cleanup day. Isn't that weird how you just die instantly? Oh, there's not as many parasites. Pretty weak blood moon. That was pretty true. I was quite surprised that there weren't at least 15 parasites, but I'm pretty sure there was only less than 10 that remained within the perimeter. When I went out though, there were also some that were quite close to the dome. Like you think you're something, but you're not anything. Once I returned home, the one spot I did not add slabs to on my roof, somehow zombies spawned there, but it was quite easy taking them out from where I was at. Once they were dealt with, I I went to sleep. Day 76. Did the little swinging method to take out zombies. I went out to go collect some ores to help myself get to level 30. Then ran into these zombies within the cave, but stayed cool under pressure and was able to take them all out and returned home to go to sleep. Get in there and you'll have a long life, maybe. That depends on your luck. I enchanted my diamond pickaxe and got something that was absolutely game-changing. That's just the most ideal thing I've ever seen in my life. I started smelting the ores I got to the previous day, and here's what that diamonds everywhere enchant does for you. Oh my god, it does turn it into diamonds. That is OP. Eventually, I heard a distant horde of zombies, and this time they were underground in a ravine I had not gone to yet. And I, of course, did what I do best and took them all out from a safe distance. Oh my god, that is satisfying. My recommendation is you try and get this enchant as early as possible because you'll save hours of strip mining. When I got back home, I was met with this small group of zombies that I took out with ease with my evasive maneuvers and then went to sleep. Day 78, I heard the thunder strike of an evolved parasite. I journeyed into a direction I had not gone to yet, and I made my way to another abandoned city and got into a little trouble. Alright. I love this. This is too good. On my way back home, I ran into a parasite pig, and I had no idea that they also could have another second chance at life. Oh, there's a pig one now. What the hell? When I got home, I went to sleep. Day 79. Now that I had more diamonds, I crafted some diamond boots so I could get Unbreaking 3 on them. And of course, I added them to the boots I already had. As shown, I did mining for basically the whole day. Alright, this is my last batch and then I need to get back. When I returned, I added slabs to that one area where zombies spawned one night and then went to sleep. But when I woke up on the morning of day 80, the parasite sent a message. What? I've never seen that number get to 4. That was a heavy dong. Parasites had slowly been expanding, and now I would be hearing it constantly. Dude, how many dongs? If I had to guess, it had to be in here, that noise. I went into a cave, which I thought would be a prime spot for a beacon to spawn, but nothing was showing at all, and I was unsuccessful in finding a beacon that day. Day 81, I headed down the staircase where I have on the bottom of my tower and looked quickly in the ravine there and saw no sign of parasites. I really need those beacons to reveal themselves or we will lose this war. Ocelots. That's 3 dongs. It means there's 3 beacons or there's one that's juicing up. I cannot find a beacon and we go to sleep in defeat. Beacons learned. They evolve. They know how to hide themselves properly. Day 82. I returned back to an unpleasant spot that I do not enjoy going to, the railway station, and went in there hoping to find beacons, but I found a different form of parasites instead. From you piece of shit. Spawning right in front of me. What the f***? Those yellow eyes? How'd they spawn in here? Whoa! Come on, kill the thing. Holy shit. I think that's a good kill. I successfully took out those flying yellow eyes, but unfortunately on my way back, I would once again hear the noise of a beacon. When I got home, I of course used the lures I had on standby, and then went to sleep. Day 83, I cut the population of chickens that I had and added slabs to the farm area just to make sure it was 100% safe. Definitely came from this direction. Looks like an evolution has occurred. Apart from finding that horde of zombies in that ravine, nothing else happened, and I would return home to go to sleep. Day 84. While mining for coal, I eventually saw some name tags, so of course I had to introduce myself. Allow me to introduce myself. Fishman, more like a dead man. Okay, brilliant. Hurricane Lord. There's some gamer tags. No, don't slow on me. After taking out those 2 parasites, my greatest nightmare had come true. Ah, shit. Tomorrow we move in. Day 85. Before heading to the site, I crafted a purifier, and here's what I discovered in that open area within my dome. Oh, it's spreading alright. Hey, what happens when I put this? Okay, that biome purifier is stupid. I'll admit. I'll take the L on that one. I just need to find the source. Once we find the source, we're chilling. It's now or never. We gotta man up. I'm too scared. I don't like this. What is it doing? I could not find the location of the beacon, as it had now spread quite a bit. I headed back early to craft a clock just to see how much time I have underground during the days, which I should have made a long time ago, but hey, better now than never. Okay, so as long as we get back before this hits the middle, we're chilling. Day 86, I continued my excavation of the beacon location. Dog. How much do I need to dig out? Like, actually. I can't hear this anymore. It is disgusting. This is the pocket, alright. Right here? Oh! Fuck. Oh, God. Ah, it's beautiful, isn't it? I was able to take out the main beacon that was there, and when I got back home, I was a dumbass and didn't listen to my intel and crafted another biome purifier, and then went to sleep. I guess let's go back to make sure everything is going away and that it's not there to stay permanently. Is it going away? Can't tell. F***ing hell! Scared the hell out of me. What if we just use lava? Maybe that'll help. Lava is always a solution in these situations, in my opinion. Ain't no way I'm gonna be able to clear all of this, so we'll help Mother Nature and battle the parasite infection. I temporarily gave up on that section of the parasite spread and ran into a ravine where I found an evolved parasite. Dude! Arrows don't do anything, but I do think I know of something that will. Come on. Nice, 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 nice. Go to work, go to work. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's right there. Oh, it's gonna die anyways. I feel like a day of reckoning is near. How are you not dead? I'll kill you myself. After taking out those parasites, I was wandering about and then heard a strange noise in the sky and was met with horror. Woo! That's an evolved one. Get me in, get me in, get me in, get me in. Tomorrow we need to hunt that thing. And it did no hearts. Dude, no, man. I can't keep up with the beckons. Like I said earlier, things were escalating. When I got back home, I did a little chest assortment and had a chest that was specifically for parasite-related things, and then went to sleep. Day 88, I would once again run into a horde of zombies that were stuck underground and took them out safely and got all of their XP. I then went around the perimeter to safely approach I believe it's an evolved yellow eye, and took it out from a safe distance. Ah, he's camper. Nice. Come on. Big damage. Fuck. Oh, let's go! Oh, a spider. You guys are becoming real rare now. I returned home and crafted a diamond chest plate. And I know I already have protection 4, and I was gonna get protection 3 on the enchantment table, but I was hoping I would get additional enchants. But you know how life works sometimes, you don't always get what you want. Before going to sleep, I slayed some animals, put their food in the furnace, and then went to sleep. Day 89, with the food I was cooking, I reached level 30 and went to the enchantment table to get Unbreaking 3 on a book, which I added to my diamond chestplate. And I figured why not add the other one to get it back to full durability. I saw some name tags deep underground and started to make a staircase down to them, but I didn't reach them, got kind of distracted with mining coal, and then went to sleep. Just to make life easier with killing them. It's not that I'm scared. I just want to save durability. I cleared out the crowd that surrounded me with ease. Man, I wish I knew of this strat earlier. Try and get diamonds everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. It will save you hours of strip mining. When I got back, I started to add torches throughout the base since I hadn't really done that properly. I did this until nightfall, where I would go to sleep. Okay, last time there were some name tags. Obviously they're not here anymore, but there could be another sighting of a parasite infestation. Yeah, I was just spitting out random words. None of that really happened. It was just mining coal down there. I bred the chickens. I crafted a couple of lure components and used them, and then I would call it a day. Day 92. Started my morning off by just taking out this one zombie. So, hey, quite an easy morning. We don't get all of those all the time. And afterwards, I went outside of the dome, and here's what happened next. Holy shit. That was probably the closest we have gotten to dying, and man, that would have been the saddest way to go out. I don't know why I just panicked, but that's what happened in the moment. Okay, I'm tempted to go down here because I haven't been down here, so I'm gonna do that. This seems like prime location for a beacon. The hell is that thing? After some time of shooting my arrows, it seemed like it wasn't really doing that much damage with the flame on it, so I took matters into my own hands. What we're gonna do here is Strat 101, is where we try and get as close as possible without dying. How's that not hitting it? Hello? Alright, if this doesn't do it, then I don't know what will. Just die already. Yes! The fuck? I don't know what it's doing. It's breaking shit. Is it healing? It took quite a while for the lava source to kill that parasite. Ah, what the hell, man? Well, I definitely lost the parts of whatever that thing had, but rather be safe than sorry. Where the parasite was chilling before I came along, there were these things called cysts. Fun fact, they will destroy any dropped items that are near them, or blocks. Honestly, I'm not sure. You guys are the smarter ones. I was glad I made that discovery of that evolved parasite, because who knows how much damage that thing could do. And I would go to sleep, feeling a little more safer. Day 93, I threw those cysts in a little pool of lava, and I went down into a cave right inside of the dome, where I saw some parasite goo. Nevertheless, I headed up and was met with some company. Please don't come down. That's all I ask. Holy shit. Thanks to the grappler hook, I got away, and I would go to sleep for that night. Day 94, I would spend it by taking out this batch of zombies that were hiding in the shadows of a cave. Hey, if I had to guess, another beacon spawned here. Is that a host? Oh god. Woo! Like, even with torches, it still feels dark. You understand? Oh, look at you. Thinking you're sneaky, eh? Oh, whoa. What happened? They're just gonna keep on spawning, are they? It just keeps on spawning. It's too late. What? Oh my god, I actually need to get rid of all of this. Starting tomorrow. Well, it seems like even though I took out the original beacon that spawned there was no stopping and spawning in more. So that would be a task for tomorrow. Day 95, I killed some chickens for their XP and turned into an archaeologist to extract all of these infected blocks out from here. But after a long time of mining, reality had to sink in. Bro, I'm going deep. How big is this hole? Who do you think you are, huh? I'm gonna have to accept this as a lost cause. As demotivating as that sounds, it's impossible to excavate all this. Yeah, I think it's too big of a project. I accepted my defeat and let the parasites get one up on me. When I returned to base, I went to sleep. Day 96, I went down into the cave that is at the bottom of my tower, and there were some parasite remains, but I didn't think much of it. But on my way back up, somehow zombies spawned. I need to add slabs all on the bottom here, which is exactly what I did after taking them all out. I was close to being to level 30, so I decided why not head out to the open and get some zombies to gather around to get me to that goal, which they did exactly that. Now with my levels, I enchanted another diamond pickaxe and got efficiency 4. That's all I really cared about, so the one I had can now have efficiency 5. Soon after, I would go to sleep. But on day 97, I was once again met with a message. 5? Okay, I don't know what's about to happen. I use this day to sort some things in my chest, get rid of what I call spam items, which is like just having one flower or one piece of a block that is totally unnecessary. And I did this for the rest of the day, and as the sun set, I would hear more beckon noises. cannot sleep now. What happened? I'm just not allowed to sleep now? Now that it was in phase 5, the parasites were breathing out a toxic air that doesn't let humans go to sleep, which is something I would have to deal with for the rest of this mission. During the night I crafted more lures and used them right away, but continued hearing more noises. Yep, I'm fucked. 100%. Once I left my base, I went out in search of beckons, but could not locate any. And here's me swinging around taking out some zombies. And during the nighttime, all I could do was sit and wait till the next day. I don't see where it's coming from. Day 99. I wanted to track down a beacon that had possibly spread a lot by now. I went back to that crater-like cave where I found that beacon that had spread a little too much and went a little more deeper and found where exactly a beacon had been spreading at a rate that I could not handle anymore. Okay, I think we found another parasite location. What the is that thing? Shot my arrows towards that parasite, but they seem to do nothing at all. Alright, if this was a definition of fucked, I think we found it. Dude, that thing's trying to get to me. Nope. They can have that part, you know? I had it for sale anyways. I just got my money worth, you know? What do you even do about what I just witnessed? During the night, all I could do was see the sun set one last time, as my mission was starting to come to a close. Yep, Satan's spawn is awaiting that ravine. At last, the sun would rise, and I would reach day 100, officially completing my mission. Day 100. Oh my god.
Congrats on completing the mission. Prepare for extraction. Could really use your talents elsewhere.
I'm gonna need a break after this one.